26 regularly scheduled city council meeting. Brad, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this day today, and we are very hopeful for rain to come in the next few days to relieve the lakes and the flowers and all that good stuff. We appreciate you, and we pray to you that we see life as you see it, and we love and we do as you do, Lord. And even though we don't understand always what your plans are, let us know that your plans are better than mine. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Go stand for the pledges, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Okay, next item is open forum. I don't think we have anybody. There's no one, right, Karen? Okay. All right. Items to be removed from the consent agenda.
I'll make the motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, moving right on to the regular agenda. Item 6A, consider approval of the fiscal 2026-2027 budget calendar.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Karen Hatnot, City Secretary. This is an action item for the 26-27 budget calendar. The date start for council will be July through September 2026 for the council date. Those dates before was for staff. Before you is a proposed 26-27 budget calendar, which includes a revised date for the first workshop. Due to a scheduling conflict, the workshop changed from July the 14th to July 7th, and that is a council day, so we'll have a budget workshop first and then council meeting.
Okay. Any discussion, please?
Make a motion, we approve the fiscal 26-27 budget calendar.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item, we're going to pass on. He's in traffic. And we'll just keep going on 6C. We'll come back to B whenever he gets here. Did we ever find out where he is? Okay. All right. So we're gonna come back to item B, and we'll go to item C. Consider approval of a contract bond between the City of Nacogdoches and RAD Civil Services of Regay Street sanitary sewer improvements. CIP project WW 26-2004 in the amount of $658,533.20. Mr. Opperman.
Mayor, City Council, Case Opperman, Director of Public Works and City Engineer, asking you to consider the Regay Street Sanitary Sewer Improvements Project bid this evening. This is going to be between Burroughs Street and Lakewood Street on Regay. Unfortunately, it is in the middle of the road, so there will be some disruptions, but they'll get in, get out, do it as quick as they can. But it's about 2,200 linear feet of line. It's been identified for a little time, not super long time, but long enough for us to get it on the CIP and get it designed. And so it's a needed replacement. It's an existing 8-inch line. We are going to upsize it to 12-inch, just in the interest of trying to gain a little capacity and make sure we don't need to upsize it in the future. We did have a bid opening on May 11th. We had a pretty good turnout, as you can see, and pretty good bids. Very close. The low bid was RAD Civil Services. They are out of Tyler. We have not dealt with them prior to this, but our engineering consultant on this project, Schomburg and Polk, they do have an ongoing project with them currently and have had no issues. And so they've talked to other references of theirs, and they've come to the conclusion that they are worthy of our consideration for a bid award. Again, the low bid for this project would be in the amount of $658,553.20. This is a budgeted project in the wastewater CIP currently, so we're happy to answer any questions after public comment.
Okay, any discussion? There being none, I'll entertain a motion.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the contract between the City of Nacogdoches and RAD Civil Services for Reggae Street Sanitary Sewer Improvements in the amount of $658,553.20.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item, 6D, consider approval of a contract by and between the City of Nacogdoches and Hydrex Environmental Consulting, LLC, for environmental services for the Lanana and Bonita Sewer Replacement Projects in the amount of $468,350. Mr. Opperman.
Mayor, City Council, Case Opperman, Director of Public Works and City Engineer. Bringing you a contract for Hydrex Environmental Consulting. As you'll remember, a couple of weeks ago, we presented them to you as our selection for the RFQ that we had on environmental services for the long-anticipated Lanana and Bonita sewer replacement projects. We've since scoped the project with them, had a couple of meetings with them on it. They've been in contact with our chosen surveying firm, and so they've coordinated heavily. Excuse me. Get my tang untangled here. They've coordinated pretty well. Let me just say it that way.
Sorry, I
Between the-
couldn't hear you. Could you repeat that?
I can't repeat it actually.
Dang untangled.
Have to go back and watch the video. So anyway, let me get back on track here. The 215 Consulting, our surveyor, and Hydrex have been coordinating on alignments, and so we feel pretty confident that everybody's on the same page with what we're trying to do out here. And so they've given us their proposal. It does include work, including, and I'll just have to read it here, archaeological, cultural, endangered species studies, surveys. It's going to include different soil considerations as well, and just a lot of ancillary type studies to make sure that we're not impacting anything negatively on this. And if we are impacting anything, we're doing it in the way that we're supposed to. So, so we anticipate this environmental timeline to be about 12 months, maybe a little more. You can see kind of the breakdown, and we will keep them tabulated separately because they are two separate projects in our CIP. But all these will be on an hourly basis, so time and materials, as we call it. And so we feel confident in this number. Feel comfortable with it. And so we are happy to answer any questions about this, but would recommend award of this contract.
Okay. Any questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll
Okay,
make a motion. I
Go ahead,
move that
Brad.
we approve a contract by and between the City of Nacogdoches and Hydrex Environmental Consulting, LLC, for environmental services for the Lanana and Bonita Creek sewer replacement projects. That's my motion.
I'll second it.
Have a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, 6E, consider approval of a contract by and between the City of Nacogdoches and 215 Consulting for professional surveying services for the Lanana and Bonita sewer replacement projects. Mr. Opperman.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council, Case Opperman, Director of Public Works and City Engineer. As I said, we have also been talking to 215 Consulting, who y'all selected a couple of weeks ago as our surveyor for this project, for the Lanana and Bonita sewer replacement projects. Again, have met with them several times. They've gone through an extensive kind of evaluation of what their services will take on this project, which should take, anywhere from 1 to 2 years or maybe even a little more to get to the full extent of the project. there's been much discussion. We've evaluated they've given man-hour projections for all these things, all these tasks. It's in the thousands of hours that they're going to take on this, and so we feel pretty comfortable with the fees that they've proposed. Feel confident with how they've arrived at those numbers, and it is a big number, but they've justified to us, at least to staff, why it's going to take that. And so some of these are lump sum, but some of them, such as right of entry, acquisition, easement docs, and additional topo and things like that, are going to be on a time and materials basis. So, and all that's in the contract that's in your packet. I didn't break that out on this slide. I apologize, but happy to answer any questions if y'all have any.
Okay, any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Okay, I'll make the motion that we approve the contract between the City of Nacogdoches and 215 Consulting as outlined in item 6E.
Second.
Have a motion and second. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, we're going to go back up to 6B. Consider allowing the city manager to go into negotiations with Alliant Insurance Services as a benefits consultant / broker for the city benefits.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Brittany Tucker. I'm the HR director. We recently went out for bids for the RFQ for the benefits broker consultant for the city benefits, and we received several proposals, all qualified broker consultants. We reviewed. The committee was made up of 3 HR individuals and 2 finance members. We reviewed all of the submissions and we interviewed 5 of the finalists before making our decision. And so today I'm coming before you to ask that you would consider Alliant to go into negotiations with the city manager to prepare a contract for our broker as our broker consultant. I'm going to just kind of go through the first few of these slides. This was their presentation that they gave to us, but Alliant is a insurance service that provides insurance to not only they're a public sector. They have a high public sector team. They're out of the Texas area. So they're based here. They're local. They're not an international company. And here is what I was going to show you here. So we will have, this is some of our team. We were supposed to have someone here. They may show up here in a second, but we have 2 different people that we spoke to here directly, Nick Long and Tim Brown. And so both these individuals come to us highly recommended. They are able to provide the different things we asked for as far as what we're needing for a new broker consultant. And so I don't know if there's specific questions that I can try to answer for you guys before they are here, but if not, then I can pass along any information from there as well.
Any questions?
Go ahead.
Can you talk to us about the process you went through?
Sure, absolutely. So we, as a city, we are supposed to go every 3 years out for bids and ask for different people to put in their bids for us to be able to evaluate and see which one is actually best for us as a whole. So we did put out that RFQ and asked for those qualified individuals to put in a submission. And so in that process, like I said, there were 8 different companies that put in their information for us to review. And of those, we took 5 and took individual opportunities for them to come and present to us and just interview. Like I said, with a broad committee. So it wasn't just HR, it was HR and finance with the purchasing perspective as well. And from that, then we went down to even a smaller number of just 3 and went from there just to kind of review different aspects as far as quality, what they could provide for us service-wise, as well as what they could provide for us at the big level, of course, medically and as to what services they offer. I think the biggest thing for us at this point was focusing on some of that customer service level and making sure that we're able to continue to receive the services that we need to best benefit our employees.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
And I know y'all been working very, very hard on this. When was the last RFQ we did on this particular thing?
So it has been many, many years. If I'm being honest, the last time that I noticed that we went out for bid was probably back into the 80s or so. So it's been a long time.
It's long
So
overdue.
this was definitely necessary for us
Yeah,
to go through this
totally
process.
agree.
So, yes, sir.
So what exactly are the services that we requested? And I know you went through that evaluation
Sure.
process to get to your recommendation today. I don't want to compare to what we have had, but what are the services that we're getting as you go through this negotiation
Sure.
process?
So, so this is not only someone who provides us updated information every year as far as which providers we're receiving, as far as vendors. They will go out for bid. They will figure out who the best vendor is for us as a whole. But this person also is someone at the customer level. They're going to be taking care of our individual employees. If an employee needs help filing a claim, they're going to come in and help fill out paperwork. They will assist us with onboarding, any of those steps from beginning to end. Not only, like I said, the city side where we're making sure that we're providing the best for our employees, as well as how we can best save money where we can. Insurance is expensive. It's not going to be cheap. But we want to make sure that we're able to pay attention to how much we are spending as far as what it's going to cost, but also for the employee, again, that it's a service that we can offer for them. As we've mentioned before, is sometimes we're not able to do increases, but maybe we can at least provide them proper insurance coverage. And so we were trying to look at that as a whole too, as what would best benefit the employees.
So they had good reviews for paying claims?
Say that one more time.
They had good reviews for paying claims?
Yes, sir, they did.
That's all we need.
And I believe, if I recall, when you were presenting this before, the cost comparisons, they did very, very well with that, and you could understand exactly what was being charged to
Yes.
whom. And
Yes, that's
if you want to
correct.
say a little bit about that.
So I think that is something that is helpful as well, as far as what it does. Claims are going to be high, and it comes down to, at the end of the day, how we're able to provide what we can as far as what those claims are going to be. We can't necessarily control those costs, but we can control who we have as a vendor, as far as, for example, Blue Cross Blue Shield is who we currently are using. We can go out and see if there's another provider that might be better in our area or network, and that's something that they would be able to do for us.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
In the
Okay.
past, oh, sorry.
I was going to make a motion, but you go ahead.
In the past, did we have a local representative here? for
Yes.
that? And will they have a local representative here now?
So this current company that we're looking at, they are based out of Houston. The most local to us is Houston, so they will be accessible. But they also have different avenues as well, as far as their technology, as far as access for the employees to be able to get it directly on their phone, and not just necessarily a human face-to-face, but they are willing to come and facilitate and be here with us as well, as far as open enrollment and things like that. But they are based out of Houston.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? If not, I'll make a motion to consider allowing the city manager to go into negotiations with Alliant Insurance Services as the benefits consultant broker for the city benefits.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. That concludes this meeting. I'd like to say congratulations to Ms. Ballinger on being selected one of the year. She's got an engagement to go to tonight, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
This meeting is adjourned, and God bless this great city of Nacogdoches, Texas.